Ontario just dropped thousands of dollars in new support you might be missing. Let's make sure none of it slips through your fingers. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal how the Canada Disability Benefit, a bigger ODSP check, a $1,000 earnings buffer, and a surprise $600 rent top-up can all stack together for your biggest payday yet, without losing a single provincial perk. If you're ready to turn government fine print into real money for groceries, transit passes, or that long-overdue emergency fund, this video is your fast-track blueprint. Smash that like so the algorithm pushes this life-changing info to every disabled Ontarian who needs it. Subscribe because I break down fresh benefits, hidden programs, and money-saving hacks every single week. Ring the bell so you're first to know the moment new payments hit, deadlines move, or loopholes close. No more finding out after the window shuts. Your future self and your wallet will thank you. Ready? Let's dive in and get you paid. 1. Canada Disability Benefit, CDB, a national top-up arise. The CDB finally puts extra cash in disabled Ontarians' pockets. Starting July 2025, working-age adults, 1864, who hold the disability tax credit can receive up to $200 a month, $2 for $100 a year, automatically indexed every July. Service Canada opened applications on June 20, 2025 online, by phone or in person. Approvals received by June 30 trigger the first deposit on the third Thursday in July, with up to 24 months of retroactive pay if eligibility predates the application. The benefit is income tested, yet the first $10,000 of annual employment income for singles or $14,000 for couples is ignored, rewarding part-time work. Crucially, Ontario confirmed on May 27, 2025, that every dollar of CDB will be fully exempt under the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP, and Ontario Works, so provincial checks and health benefits stay intact. For a single ODSP recipient, the full CDB represents almost a 6% income boost, new money rather than a substitution, and the largest fresh cash program for disabled Canadians in a generation. 2. ODSP core rate inflation increase, 2.8% as of July 1, 2025. Ontario's automatic indexation of ODSP continued on July 1, 2025, adding 2.8% to basic needs and shelter rates. A single person now receives about $1.408 per month, while a double-disabled couple can collect $2.077 before special allowances. This is the third yearly adjustment since indexation began in 2022, lifting cumulative growth to roughly 20% despite steep inflation. Related supplements like the Northern Remote Communities Allowance rise in lockstep, but flat-rated extras, most notably the Special Diet Allowance, remain frozen. Families gain twice, ODSP goes up and the Ontario Child Benefit rises the same 2.8%, adding about $4 per child. Because the increase is baked into July's entitlement, recipients feel the difference on the June pay date, giving timely help for summer utility spikes and back-to-school budgeting. Predictable, CPI-linked bumps also make it easier to negotiate leases and payment plans, reducing month-to-month uncertainty. 3. Higher first dollar-free earnings. Keep the first $1,000 you earn. Ontario's upgraded earnings exemption makes work pay. Since January 2025, ODSP recipients can keep the first $1,000 in monthly wages, double the 2022 threshold, before any clawback applies. Everything above that is still reduced at the familiar 75-cent rate, but the higher ceiling lets people bank an extra $12,000 a year while preserving full provincial benefits. Because the new CDB is also exempt, a recipient could combine the $1,000 wage buffer, full ODSP, and the $200 CDB before deductions start, turning occasional shifts into meaningful, predictable income. Community clinic case studies show a part-time worker now nets almost $350 more each month than before, enough to cover transit, fresh food, and a modest emergency fund. Reporting rules have been streamlined, too. If earnings stay below $1,000, pay stubs can be filed quarterly instead of monthly, shrinking paperwork stress. Employment Ontario partners supply free resume help, interview coaching, and adaptive tech grants, so disabled job seekers can leverage the richer exemption rather than fear losing support. 4. Housing relief. $600 Canada Housing Benefit Top-Up and Portable Supports Sky-High Rents Swallow Disability Checks. So Ottawa and Queen's Park teamed up on a one-off Canada Housing Benefit (CHB) top-up. Beginning July 15, 2025, low-income renters who spend at least 30% of adjusted family net income on rent and file the 2024 tax return can claim a $600 payment through CRA My Account. Income caps hover around $35,000 for singles and $55,000 for families, and funds arrive within 2 weeks of approval. Ontario confirms the top-up, like the CDB, is fully exempt when calculating ODSP, so the entire $600 stays with the tenant. Households already receiving a Portable Canada-Ontario Housing Benefit (COHB) supplement remain eligible, giving many a double boost. Advocates urge using the money for hydro, rent arrears, or an emergency cushion to prevent eviction. Although currently one-time, a federal provincial review later this year could pave the way for an annualized rent supplement, a vital prospect in Ontario's overheated rental market. 5. Family and health supports, ACSD increase, and assistive devices upgrades. Families caring for children with disabilities receive welcome help first. Effective July 2025, the Assistance for Children with Severe Disabilities, ACSD, program lifts its ceiling from $646 to $665 per month and, for the first time, ties that maximum to inflation every July. Ontario has also pledged that the new CDB is ignored when assessing ACSD eligibility, protecting families from clawbacks. On the equipment front, a multi-year overhaul of the Assistive Devices Program, ADP, announced in late 2024 comes to life. The device list is expanded, replacement cycles for mobility aid shortened to 4 years, and ODSP recipients now receive 100% coverage, including repairs, a gap that previously forced many to rely on charity. A new online ADP portal launched in May 2025 tracks applications and repair requests from any smartphone, slashing wait times and paperwork. Together, the indexed ACSD and modernized ADP shift support upstream, investing in nutrition, therapy, and adaptable gear that keep disabled Ontarians learning, working, and thriving instead of waiting for crises to trigger emergency spending.